this video, we're going to talk about the importance of ankle rotation in gait. So in the previous video about hip rotation, we talked about how our goal is to load the side of the foot, the center of the foot across the middle of the foot, and then also load the inside of the foot. Well, the hip is really crucial to position the foot to be able to do this. The ankle is actually the local toggle that helps us manage, especially for uneven terrain, helps us manage what's happening on the ground moment to moment with smaller differences. This would be rocks or grassy terrain that's rolling and so on. Anything that's not perfectly flat, we're going to want the ability for our foot to twist side to side to help distribute that force across the width of the foot and forward and back. So through the gait cycle, when our foot first touches down, we're in a sense, we're almost pointing the foot a little bit because we're trying to get the foot in a position to take as much load gracefully as early as possible as we can. Then as our foot goes behind us, what we're going to see is that we start to dorsiflex at the ankle. So this is the front of the foot coming towards the knee, but then we're also going to start rolling to the inside edge of the foot as we go back into more dorsiflexion as we get back to the end here. So ideally, to best transfer load around the foot during gait, we want to start in this position where the foot's pointed and we have the ankle inverted, which is pulling the heel towards us here. And then as we go through the gait cycle, the inversion switches to eversion to help us load the big toe side instead of the outside edge of the foot. And then we go from plantarflexion to dorsiflexion as we load front and back. So those four qualities of the ankle represent our ability to distribute load across the full width of the foot and heel to toe. If we don't have one of those capabilities that's as good as it could be, and a lot of people don't have a lot of ability to twist the ankle side to side at the heel and show that inversion and eversion. So for every aspect of this mobility we lose in the ankle, we're going to lose that ability to load force in a distributed way, and we're going to end up putting more force through lesser tissues. So if we can't evert the ankle, we're probably going to end up putting too much load through the outside of the foot because we can't actually put load on the big toe side at the ankle, and same vice versa. If our foot likes to be in an everted position, we're going to tend to overload this inside edge of the foot and not really have much of an ability to load the pinky side of the foot because that's going to require inversion, and if our ankle can't do that, it's just going to take the same amount of force and put it through 50, 60, 70% of your foot instead of 100%.